Welcome to Denton, Texas, home of the North Texas Mean Green, and the fans have been waiting since early this morning for the clash we have in store. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Army Black Knights, taking on a team from the SEC, the North Texas Mean Green. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. North Texas will kick it off to get this game underway. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. On the option. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. At the 35, he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. On the option. Got room at the 35. Made a defender miss. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
Offensive coordinators feel really smart when the run game opens, especially early in the game, because now everything is at their disposal and the defense is already on their heels.
The Black Knights getting set on 1st and 10. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
On the option. 1 step wrap, 2 step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
At the 11-yard line. It's 3rd down.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. The back goes in motion. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll leave it with him. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the offense. Now the play fake. Unloads to the right. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Playing defensive back, to me, is one of the hardest things to do in all of sports. You've got to be able to run with a world-class athlete who knows where he's going. You have no idea. You can't interfere with him. You can't touch him, or it's pass interference. That DB right there did an incredible job.
Coming after him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Let's go! He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Mean Green. Then they strike first. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they move the ball 43 yards on that drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers to side games, those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here to make a play.
Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
No need to get cute there, especially when they allow you to push the quarterback forward, and they do, and get the first down.
Yeah, the quarterback just does a nice job finding the crease, right? Which side of the center am I going to go? I got to get low to the ground, and I'm going to have my buddies behind me trying to give me a little extra shove to go get that first.
And the Black Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Goes to the option. Still on his feet at the 45. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The option look. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, North Texas 7, Army 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. The give out of the gun. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UCLA is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Terry Donahue, this has not been a blowout today inside the Rose Bowl. They're up by 7 over Georgia. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Leaves it with the running back. Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Morris. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Sometimes it's not about fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Pocket starts to collapse, and he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
On 3rd down, going up top. He's right on target. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
Oh, what a move! Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
Gets it out fast. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
On the move, it's Evans. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Looking downfield, it's Morris. Zings it complete to the right. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires and picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
They'll run the option. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And the fullbacks, you know, usually are typically in there to block, right? Those are the big, strong guys that usually lead the way for the running back. But occasionally you slip it to them, and you probably don't do it too much and don't make a living off it. But when you get a nice little chunk like this, maybe you find another way to give him the football.
Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He's going to fire deep. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
No gain on first down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. Leaves it with the back. Pick up of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
3rd down play from the gun. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
And he could not get loose on the run.
No gains on the play. Brings up second down.
Switbacks here. On second down, wants to throw. He'll try to do it himself. On the move at the 30. Can anyone catch him? And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Black Knights!
And he finds the end zone. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
And the extra point was good. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
Back to throw. It's Dunlap. Gonna let it fly. And he's got it inside the 35. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. He's got an open man. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll set up to throw. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, North Texas.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it out. It's Hammond. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Army. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Black Knights will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra.
What a snag by the defense. Looking for more room. At the 30. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his second interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Right back to the well. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last week.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Black Knights. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Looking to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Evans. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. Now, I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
To the air, it's Dunlap. Got his man downfield. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12.
A little bit inside, a little bit outside. Nice job. Hey, keep them guessing, right? You run it up the middle to keep them honest. Now toss it on the perimeter. Make them set the edge on the outside with their defensive ends. They don't do a good job here. Nice positive gain. Now let's go get 7.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Mean Green. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Oregon overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Ducks tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new Top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Makes the grab down the left side. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
The O-line gets an attaboy for that play. How about the time they gave their quarterback? Beautiful pocket. They allowed him to survey the field, find his open guy. This offensive line, they are gelling early.
That is a jolt of energy for the offense to get out of trouble in field position, and now all kinds of room to work. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the Black Knights have their offense in high gear. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Touchdown, Army! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left.
He unleashes a long one. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, North Texas. And once he found open space, the fans might as well start playing.
And it took a minute, but the passing attack now on board. The first passing touchdown of the season, and it took to the second half. But I'll tell you what, this offense will find its rhythm. They'll grow. They'll get better throughout the season. And this is going to be a hard passing attack to stop.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Take over. First and 10.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And what a play call. You could feel maybe a little bit of aggressiveness, this defensive line flying upfield. What do? Throw a screen right behind it, get it to your running back, let him do the rest, chew up some yardage, and make the big play for the offense.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Off play action. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a 1st down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
The Black Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. Give to the fullback. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. DB's right up on the receiver.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Army 31, North Texas 28.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run the option. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Trying to make magic with his feet. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down.
Defensively on 3rd and long, you are dropping deep. You are making sure you get at least to the sticks. They got a long way to go. Don't let them throw the football. Make them throw it underneath. And how about this quarterback? He does an unbelievable job scrambling around now, hit the gas, picks up so many yards. Now he makes it a 4th down and manageable. So much easier on the offense.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on 4th down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job by the defense there, getting a stop on the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage. We know they've been burned a few times early in this game by the QB run, but weren't going to let it happen there.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. First down for this offense.
42 Spider.
They'll try the run. At the 45, on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Makes his connection. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Mean Green. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese. And this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all 0.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hammond. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. The give and tick, 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 tick. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high percentage passes.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Army! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Number 0.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
On 4th down, trying to find his man. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And now you start to feel desperate because down by multiple scores, the clock running out, 2.5+ minutes left on the clock. I got to do everything great now. I have no margin for error. My defense on this next possession, I have to get a 3 and out. I have to force a turnover. I have to do something to get me back in this ball game right now.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Running to the left. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys playing with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Black Knights.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Number 1, set to kick this one away.
Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Back to pass, it's Morris. A shot toward the end zone. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and now they're down by 7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team, true to its name, as they make the grab and get the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers in the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Fullback's got it. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Just going to keep it after the snap. Oh, look out! Quarterback gets the first down. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Army!
Number 2 with the carry.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away.
North Texas, 44.
Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26.
Take over. 1st and 10.
North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's going up top here late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Looking to throw, it's Dunlap. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Here's the handoff. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.